Hello, Grandma DC here. Probably not going to upload this video for a couple of days. Trying to do one a day, real quick to get through Vlogmas. I probably will not succeed. But I have a couple of things I want to do. I want to come up with a like a bar that is high fiber and high protein and high fat that I can just carry with me to get through all these double shifts at work. But until then, I thought, why not use up some of the things I have in this house I need to use up while I've got the time. And one of them was an unsweet baker's chocolate. The end of it had bloomed, you know, so I broke that off and got rid of it. And I put the rest of it in here, and it amounts to 6 net carbs. And to that, I'm supposed to add, I always forget to tell you what I'm making. It's brownies. But what I'm just doing is taking their recipe, and we're going to change it up to sugar-free to see if it works. And we're not using flour. We're going to use almond and coconut. So anyways, this and 3/4 cup of butter, and I'm going to melt it in the microwave, and then I'll be back. The chocolate, the butter. Okay, now that we've got the butter and the chocolate melted together, it took about 1.5 minutes. Oops, there you go, now you can see it. And we're going to add 3 eggs, 3/4 cup of almond flour, and 1/4 cup of coconut flour to this mixture. So far I'm just following the recipe that was inside the baker's package. We're just going to change it up with some erythritol / stevia, maybe a little sucralose sweetener, whatever kind of sweetener we like that's sugar-free. So I've got the oven heating at 350, that's what it called for. I'm going to drop these 3 eggs in here, beat them in one at a time, hopefully without the shell. That's how I always crack my eggs one-handed, but you know, it's difficult when you're holding something in the other hand. I don't know why. Of course, my girls have good hard shells. Next, I'm going to put in the sweetener, which is good. It says 2 cups of sugar, so I'm going to go with about 1 cup of erythritol. This is a 1/2 cup measure because my cup one's being used. So this is the second one. 1 cup of erythritol, and to make up for the other cup of sugar, I'm going to add in about 1/4 teaspoon of my really strong stevia, and maybe 1/8 of the sucralose. This stuff is really potent, but I'm starting to kind of like the taste when you mix it, especially with other things. Now here's something I find interesting. I have put no flour in this, and yet it's already thickening with the eggs and the butter and the chocolate and the sweeteners in it. And it looks just like fudge. Wonder what it tastes like. Let's find out. Tastes like fudge. Wow. I hope after it cooks it tastes this good. I'm going to go ahead and add the 3/4 cup of almond flour and the 1/4 cup of coconut flour. This is their 1 bowl brownie recipe, and this looks fantastic. Let me get you over here. It is smooth and, you know, thick, glossy, fudgy. This looks like it's going to be good. It did not call for anything like baking powder, so I didn't put any in. It did call for a little bit of vanilla. Of course, vanilla always makes chocolate taste better. And optional, it said you could put in pecans. Well, I'm going to optional put in some coconut. Bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. I'm going to put in about 3/4 of a cup of coconut. Unsweet. Because I'm trying to use up my coconut. And besides, I love coconut and chocolate together. I do not have a brownie pan per se. So I am going to put this into my little individual. See how many of those we can fill up. And then we will bake them at 350 degrees for 30 minutes or 35, which is according to the directions. Okay, while that's cooking, I've got my keto coffee, and I'll just catch you up a little bit. Those of you who watch my little show, vlog, The Theater, yes. You know that in a couple of weeks, I'm working double shifts, but as soon as that ends, in 2 weeks, they're going to make me go to a house that's not very easy. And it just happens to be the house where my son's working. And I said, I don't know how he's been doing it. He's almost through his 90 days probation. Very close. And I get a call this weekend and he's begging me to come work for him. I just can't do it one more day, Mom. It's got me so stressed out. You know, it hurts. I'm nauseous even thinking about going there. And I told him that I understood. I had been through this several years ago. Like I said, history repeats itself. I've been through this before. When they have a place that no one will work because of behaviors, they pull me. And Eli's good. He's been good. He inherited his ability to deal with behavioral people. But it does bother both of us on the inside. I think we can really remain calm on the outside, especially while people are screaming at us, just like that woman the other morning. I was thinking to myself, I'm not getting, her and Tracy, I'm thinking I'm not getting paid to deal with these behaviors, you know. But on the inside it hurts me, you know, and it makes me feel bad, and it makes us sick. And my poor son is getting sick. You know, a mother wants to save your child. I almost packed up yesterday and went to work for him. I really came close, but I told him that I had gotten to the end of my rope and fell off because of neighbors. I don't have any nice neighbors. That's a shame, isn't it? And so, you know, I told him I was just trying to hang on and deal with what I was having to deal with too. And I did suggest he try to hang on. I know things will change. I know they will get better. Someone, somewhere, somehow will get the word high enough up that they will do something about this. And it is treatable. It is fixable. But everyone who wants to treat and fix it doesn't have the power to treat and fix it. The ones that can treat and fix it don't know what's going on, or don't want to know what's going on. So it's just your typical workspace. I will go there and I will probably end up there the rest of the winter. And I too will get sick and mentally and nauseous and cry all the way to work and get there and dry my eyes up and walk in as if nothing is going on. You know, because that's what we have to do in this business. And it's why I'm baking so much. I bake when I'm upset and nervous, so you'll probably see a lot of sorry baking vlogs. I am trying to keep them sugar-free, as low carb as possible, but, you know, I do get comments that, you know, that ups your blood sugar, you know, erythritol, sucrose. I gotta say, I do agree with Catherine that this 100% whole sucralose, it's supposed to be a natural. It's on the natural sweet list, and it's not supposed to up your insulin. And I do so far. Of all the non-sweet, non-insulin raising sweeteners, it's probably my favorite. But I still use stevia because I got a lot of it and I am used to it, even though it does have an aftertaste that you have to sort of acquire a taste for. Can you hear Angus snoring? Every time I go to vlog, he lays down below the camera and snores or eats. I said he needs a CPAP. Do they make those for dogs? And yes, someone reminded me next Friday is his surgery to have that baseball-sized tumor removed, and I'm a little nervous about it because he's, you know, overweight, and they're going to put him under, and he's, you know, I'm sure they've got things to help him breathe, but it's surgery. He's my child, so. Anyway, the brownies will be done here in just a minute. I have to go to work at 10 o'clock, but it's okay, because it's my regular house, so I'm happy. No problem. Just going to enjoy one day at a time until it ends. Okay, hope I can keep up some vlogs for you all. I think these brownies are going to turn out. Like I said, I just took the recipe from the baker's box and just switched it up a little. That's all you got to do to make something sugar-free and lower carbs. So I love you all. And remember, it was 6 net carbs on that chocolate. Net. And here we are, out of the oven. They got a nice, kind of a firm texture. I've let them cool. When they first came out, they were bubbling with so much butter, which is good on the LCHF diet. So I'm going to taste one of these. They've cooled off now. I'm going to cut them in half. And let me see what the texture's like. Well, it's brownie-like. It's, well, they're still warm, so it's got that denseness to it. Let's see what it tastes like. Well, not great, not bad. It's I'm glad I put the coconut in it. That gives it a nice chewy coconutty. It's not real sweet. For some reason, to me, erythritol sort of disappears when it gets cooked. But to someone else, these might be perfectly sweet and just fine. I like the texture. I can definitely tell it's buttery. There's butter in there. As usual, it's okay. It's not something that I'm going to want to eat this whole pan. But for LCHF brownies and a Christmas treat, and it's possible that, you know, whatever sweetener you use, it could turn out better. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. With pecans in it or nuts or something, also be good. Well, there you go, guys. It's not one of my, oh my heavens, going on my faves list, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. That's all. I love y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. Sorry I'm a little dull, but you know what I've been through this weekend, so it still has taken a little of my thunder. I didn't even know I had thunder, but it must be gone. So there you go. Let me give you your daily dose of cute. There they are. Hi, babies. Oh boy, they've gotten to where when I call, they come running. Meh. Oh, come here, Mama. Meh. There's the big, beautiful boy. Meh. Oh, I gotta come to you, huh? Woohoo! You guys up on the logs? Are you dancing? Scud, be nice. Why didn't you butt Scud? Let him know he's not gonna pick on you guys. Nope. Whoop, you fell off. You fell off. Well, there it is, guys. They're still doing good. Ornery as they can be. And if anybody wants to adopt Red, I am willing to let him go to a new home this winter. He's a good rooster. I just let him out, and he and Romeo got into it. Romeo's comb's looking better today. Yes, it is. There's a good boy, Romy. And I called him Romeo. Let's go there and sniff that chicken. See what that chicken's doing, guys. Who knows? He's noisy, though. I gotta tell you, he'll wake you up in the morning. Fair warning that the rooster is noisy. All right, Elvi. You gotta go, big fella. Love ya. What you find over there? Something to eat? You never know. Could be something nummy. Get some Minnie while she's distracted. Hurry. Yeah, just get on top of her. That'll work. Alright, there's your cute.